Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my transfer plans for Game Week 21 and also how I'm currently getting on in Game Week 20. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, what are your FPL plans for the next game week, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, I've had a very good game week. I'm currently on 84 points with a game week rank of 84,210. I have one player left to play in Chris Wood. Hopefully can grab a goal tonight and we can see a Forest win. Everyone around us dropping points if we get a win tonight. The dream's still alive. The dream's still alive that we'll win the league. Again, probably not going to happen, but you never know. Anyway, let's take a look at how I got on this game week. So, Raya picking up 3 points in goal. Did make a save at the end of the game, which was very nice because he did go from 2 points to 3 points, so I'll gladly take that. Kirkez, the hero, finally getting a haul from this guy. Honestly, dropping Milenkovic for him just seemed like a really bad idea because he went on that scoring spree and getting clean sheets like every single fixture. And Kirkez just wasn't really doing much. He was getting a clean sheet here and there. But yeah, picking up 12 points. I mean, the assist was alright, but it was all about the finish. The finish was just ridiculous. But I'll gladly take the Kirkez assist, the clean sheet, the max bonus. Big 12-point haul there for Kirkez, especially because Trent got nothing this week. And obviously Trent hauled last week, which really hurt me. Last week. It's nice for it finally to be a little bit different. But yeah, I mean, Trent played absolutely awful. I was so close to bringing him in. And we'll talk about that when I get over to Bruno Fernandes, because obviously that's quite a big talking point. But yeah, Trent played absolutely woeful. Don't know what was going on, but yeah, he got absolutely skinned by Dallo about 10 times that game. And I think it was his fault for like the second goal as well, or one of the goals or something. But either way, doesn't really matter. As of right now, Kirk has picked up 12 points, and that's what's important. Gabriel picking up 2 points as well, and then Robinson picking up 1 point. I was honestly expecting Robinson to get a little bit more from that Ipswich game. The 1 point wasn't ideal, really. He was still getting really forward, still putting loads of balls into the box, so can't really fault that. It's just obviously didn't get any returns, which was a little bit unfortunate. But Raya, Gabriel, and Robinson were my only players that blanked this week as of right now, so can't really complain too much. But all in all, the 12-point haul from Kirk has really helped the defense out this week. In midfield, though, is where the magic happened. Mbumo with 19 points. Could have had more as well, really. He did have a couple more attempts. They were just absolutely dominating Southampton that whole game. Wissa could have squared it to Mbumo to get his hat-trick at the end, which was a little bit unfortunate that he didn't do that, because that would have just been another 5 points. There would have been 24 points instead, which would have been unreal. But yeah, because of Mbumo's kind of like drop in ownership, it was actually a pretty decent differential this week, and I feel like if you didn't have him, you probably still had an alright game week if all your other players obviously did alright. But if you had Mbumo this week, you've probably seen a really good green arrow. Like, we're up to 95k in the world right now with one player left to play, which is obviously great stuff. But yeah, Mbumo was definitely one to thank for that. Salah picking up the penalty, obviously getting the goal from that, so picked up 7 points. Did drop out of bonus at the end, which is alright. I mean, it doesn't really matter too much because everybody was owning him and everybody basically captained him, so it doesn't really matter at the end of the day that he dropped out of bonus. Palmer's bonus actually changed from 9 points to 10 points. Again, not a massive fan of this whole bonus points changing thing. Again, there is a fixture tonight, so they could change again. I don't think they will now because they've already had a few more games to change, but we just don't really know. But at this point, Palmer picked up 10 points, did get max bonus instead of the 2 bonus. And yeah, Salah picking up 7 points, which obviously doubles to 14. And then Bruno Fernandes, yeah, wow. It could not have gone better for me, really. Killing that Trent clean sheet with a Bruno Fernandes assist. Trent picking up the yellow card, conceding 2, getting 0. Absolutely fantastic, because Bruno Fernandes wasn't really a player that I wanted to own for this fixture, but went and got an assist, got 2 bonus points as well. He's just a bonus points magnet. If he gets some sort of attacking return, then he's probably going to get bonus as well. And now I have him for Southampton at home already. I don't have to use a transfer on him, and a lot of people want to bring him in. So very happy about it. It generally couldn't have gone better. So yeah, that was the big difference this week. Killing that Trent clean sheet and actually getting a return was massive for Bruno Fernandes, and could have got more as well, to be fair. He did put a lot of balls into the box and stuff, create a lot of chances, which is obviously why he was so high up on the bonus. But very happy with the 7-pointer. And then up top, João Pedro picking up 9 points and Isaac picking up 7 points. And then obviously Wood still yet to play. Yeah, João Pedro is definitely rewarding people for kind of like keeping faith in him. Obviously got the 2 assists last week, got the goal this week. The penalty was very I don't know. Personally, I don't think it was a penalty. I'm not going to sit here and say it definitely was. I think a lot of people will agree with that. A lot of people won't agree with that. It is just an opinion at the end of the day. It wouldn't have mattered, I guess, if João Pedro, if they didn't get the penalty, because I would have got a double Arsenal clean sheet, so I would have finished on more points. I don't know how that would have affected the rank, because I guess João Pedro is a lot less owned than Raya and Gabriel, but at the end of the day, I don't really think it was a penalty, because if it was a penalty on João Pedro, but it wasn't a penalty on Gordon, I don't really see the difference, because they were both as bad as each other, I guess. But it is what it is. And then, yeah, Isak picking up the 7 points there. And then hopefully Wood can get something tonight would be absolutely ideal. And then Munoz with 2 points. Didn't get anything, but the positions that this guy's getting in, he's playing basically as a right winger at times, or a left wing or whatever. Yeah, very, very happy to have him for that fixture run that Palace have got. Colwill picking up 1 point. Again, just an absolute trap. I cannot wait to get rid of Colwill. He's just an awful player to own. Like, I don't know what's going on with Chelsea at the moment. They can't keep a clean sheet, but Colwill picks up yellow cards like it's going out of fashion as well. He's really, really annoying player to own. So I will be getting rid of him soon. And then Rodgers obviously couldn't play, so yeah, picked up no points. And then Ward obviously didn't play either. So all in all, a very, very good game week. What I'm worried about, obviously, is no Forest defence. A perfect situation for me tonight would be like 3-1 Forest win. Chris Wood brace, that would be absolutely exquisite. They don't have Cunha, so Wolves are going to be a little bit less damaging going forward, which obviously is better for Forest clean sheet potential. But yeah, at the end of the day, if Wood could get anything, then we'll probably finish on around 90 points. If you can get a goal, we'll probably finish on around 90 points unless he picks up a yellow or something. So yeah, very, very happy with this game week though. It's weird as well, because on the deadline stream I was saying that I was really, really worried about this game week. Like, everything was going kind of wrong. I had to play like attackers against defenders. You know, I had Bruno Fernandes, I didn't have any Trent, I didn't have any Lewis Hall or anything like that. But yeah, all in all, it actually turned into my best game week so far in the season. So it's crazy how it works. But either way, very, very happy with it, and still one player left to play. Let's take a look at transfers though. It's kind of shaken up everything in terms of my transfer plans, because I was so kind of cemented in getting rid of Mbeumo and bringing in Trent. But now I'm not completely convinced by that. And I know that one really good haul shouldn't dictate your whole sort of decision making and stuff, but City didn't really look great against West Ham. I know they obviously battered them in the end, but apparently in that first half, like, it was all West Ham. So I think at home, Mbeumo could definitely steal something there as well. I don't think he's a better option than like Gordon this week and stuff like that. And maybe it is still smart to get rid of Mbeumo for Gordon. But you know, he's on penalties. You know, he did score. Obviously, one of his goals was the penalty. I had a lot of penalties this weekend. You know, I had Salah's penalty, Mbeumo's penalty, João Pedro's penalty, and that's just the beauty of having all these penalty takers. You know, I've got 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 7 penalty takers, and I got 3 returns this week from penalties. And that's just the difference it brings. You know, that's a lot of points. That's 10, 14, 14 points plus bonus just from penalties this week. So that's what I mean. That's what it does. And that's why I love owning penalty takers. And I know that Gordon's fixtures are so good, but you never know when there's going to be a penalty. So, yeah, I think I'll probably keep Mbeumo this week. I do have 2 free transfers with 1.7 mil in the bank. I am still thinking about bringing in Trent, but I don't think it's a massive necessity as of right now, because I've got somebody playing him every single week. I've got Chris Wood playing him in Game Week 21. I've got Mbeumo playing him in Game Week 22. And then maybe in Game Week 23 I start to think about bringing him in, because that's potentially when the double's going to be. So yeah, maybe I don't have to think about it until then. The team looks all right for next week as well. It's not really something that I don't really want to make a transfer just for the sake of it. It doesn't look terrible. Like, I kind of want to bring in Lewis Hall, but I'm going to be playing Gabriel, Muniz, and Robinson this week. Like, who do I play Hall over? Maybe Gabriel, but I think that they'll keep a clean sheet against Spurs. I generally do. Maybe I get rid of Raya and keep Gabriel and bring in Alisson or something like that. I really don't know. I kind of want a Forest defender for Game Week 22 when they play Southampton at home, but even then, it's like I've got some decent defenders regardless. So yeah, I like always having 2 free transfers just to be able to like fall back on just in case. But Colwell's definitely a player that I want to get rid of, and Kirkes is a player that I want to get rid of as well, because Chelsea, Newcastle, Forest, Liverpool before they play Southampton, it's not really an ideal fixture run. And again, I don't really have to. I could be benching him every single fixture as well, to be fair, because I have decent defenders to play instead, especially if I get rid of Colwill for, let's say if I get rid of Colwill for Lewis Hall, you know, I could play Kirkes on the bench, and then obviously play him against Forest, bench him against Liverpool, then play him against Southampton. So he's not a player that I immediately need to get rid of. So I'm kind of happy with that. It's just I have to make sure my other defenders are relatively decent where I can bench him every single week. In terms of attackers and stuff, like I do want to bring in Sarr. Do I get rid of Rodgers for him? I'm kind of umming and ahhing about it, to be fair, because I can't really get rid of Bruno Fernandes for Sarr, Southampton at home. Like, all these players I'm going to play this week. I'm going to play... I mean, I could bench Wood, but I don't know. Liverpool at home on penalties, I think he could nab something in that game. And, yeah, I don't want to bench Fernandes. Obviously, Salah, Palmer, Isak, João Pedro, none of those can get benched with the fixtures that they've got. And Mbeumo potentially as well, but again, at home, on penalties, City still don't look great defensively. I don't mind playing Mbeumo this week. And Everton away, I think, is relatively tough for Rodgers as well. I know they're on a bit of a losing streak, but they always play so defensively at home. It's just a little bit of a boring game to watch, and I just don't know if that's going to be great for Rodgers. So, yeah, all in all, it's like, I don't really think this worth making a transfer this week when looking at my team. But if I was going to, it might be bringing Sarr in for potentially Rodgers, just because of the fixture and they've got going. Again, he's still playing 90, he's just not really getting the returns. So maybe it's not really worth it. It's a little bit of a sideways transfer in my opinion. But either way, I'll have to take a look at it. Obviously, we've got cup games and stuff before the next deadline, which is on the next Tuesday, I think. So we've got a lot of time before you have to make any rash decisions and stuff. And of course, there can be injuries in the cup games as well. So keep hold of those transfers for a little bit, see what happens. Obviously, we're still not through game week 20 yet, but either way, that's kind of like my transfer thoughts going into 21. I still want to bring Trent in, but I don't think I don't think I need to rip my team up, because I have to get rid of either Mbeumo or Bruno Fernandes to bring Trent in, unless I get rid of Gabriel. I'm not completely against getting rid of Gabriel, but I think Spurs at home is, like I said, I think it's a decent fixture. I think, arguably, it's a better fixture for Arsenal than Forest away for Liverpool. I don't know. Maybe that's just the bias because I'm a Forest fan, but I feel like Forest away is a really, really tough place to go, even if you're Liverpool. And we are the only team that's beat them. And I think that's still going to be playing a part in it as well. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But either way, that's kind of everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 100 likes. Leave a comment. How are you getting on in Game Week 20 so far? Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. It's everything from me. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.